Hello one and all, welcome to the Math Magic Show. In this one we're going to find a limit that looks like this one here. So the limit as x approaches positive infinity. You have this expression x over the square root of x squared plus x plus 1. I'm just going to simplify the expression before anything else. So to do that I will do the following. I'm going to keep the x in the top, and under the root symbol I'm going to write x squared plus x times x over x squared this way. And I'm doing that because I want to be able to factor x squared out of each term in the bottom. So that's why I'm doing x squared over x squared, which is really just a form of the number 1, as you might observe. And the last one here would be plus just x squared over x squared directly. And the reason is that x squared over x squared is 1. But now, take a look. In each top you have an x squared, an x squared, and an x squared. That means you can factor it from under the root symbol. And then cancel with the x on top, you see? So here x squared over x squared in both of those terms is really just a form of the number 1. That's why I can do that. So you're rewriting it, you're making it look different, but it's not really different, okay? And there's kind of simplified context. Okay, so from there, take a look at the next stage. I'm going to do the following. X squared over here. I'm factoring, and then what's left over is 1 plus. Now look at this one carefully. This is x over x squared. So when you reduce that, that becomes 1 over x. So I'm going to put here 1 over x, and then for the last one, the x squared goes out in the top, so meaning this one right here. And then x squared is what's left over in the bottom. So I'm going to have here plus 1 over x squared. The next step over here is take a look. I'm going to have x, and then the x squared that you see right here, because this is multiplication in this position. So this is multiplication. You can just separate it into 2 separate pieces, so it's going to look like this. The root of x squared, and then under the other root we have 1 plus 1 over x plus 1 over x squared left over. And then the root of x squared, well, these two cancel. In other words, this cancels with that. And that just gives you x over x, which you can cross off. So it's going to give you now x in the top. Will cancel with the x in the bottom after I take the roots. So don't forget this is really x times 1 over here. And then here I will have now x this way, and under the root symbol I have the other parts. So that was 1 plus 1 over x plus 1 over x squared. And now cancel this with this. Okay, and then write this lastly as 1 over, and the root symbol here, pretty big. 1 plus 1 over x plus 1 over x squared. Again, remember I wanted to show you a fairly formal approach. And now if you take the limit of this quantity, the simplified quantity, limit as x approaches positive infinity. If you wanted to be super rigorous, you would now distribute the limit to the top and to each quantity, to each term inside the root symbol. But at this point, we can get perhaps a bit more flexible and pretend that we are basically plugging infinity in for each x. So look at what happens as a result. You'll have 1 over the root here, and then 1 plus 1 over infinity plus 1 over infinity squared, if you like. And these terms go to 0. So you end up with just 1 over the square root of 1, which is 1. So in other words, we just end up 1 over here as the answer. And I've shown you how to do this with a fair degree of rigor simply by rewriting the expression. But then at the end, I got a bit more relaxed. And the key to doing this and many other exercises like it is to recognize that right here, for example, I rewrote x as x multiplying x squared over x squared, which is really just 1. And this 1 I rewrote as x squared over x squared, so that this matches this because then you can factor and then cancel with the x on top, for example. Okay, that is it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in another video.